Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the last empties that I'm doing while I'm moving. Obviously, like when you guys see this, it might be a little bit different, just because I am pre-recording a lot of content while I kind of get situated in college. I mean, by the time you see this, I'm already like fresh in college, probably already situated. But I did find out today that I'm going to be, like, I found out my living arrangements and I'm going to have my own room, which makes filming a lot more easier. Just because I'm gonna have the space. Don't mind like the messy background. Let's just move this a little more here so you don't see me sitting in a chair. I mean, you can, but this is a lot better. So yeah, I only have one more day here and then I go to Arizona. Like I said, when you see this, I'm probably either on my way to school or already situated. It just depends on how much content I get filmed to upload. Just because, you know, I do want to get situated. I do want to make plans. And I want to warm up to them before I open up the whole like YouTube Pandora's box. So yeah, this is my last empties before I move. I know this is like super close up and I'm sorry, but literally the rest of my room is a disaster right now because, again, I am putting everything in a car tomorrow and then the day after we leave to Arizona. I'm gonna try to raise this just a tiny bit. But yeah, some of these things, I think there's just like one or two things in here that are like honorable mentioned empties. This is definitely gonna get finished like while I'm in Arizona. But there's no point in keeping trash over there, so I'm just gonna share it with you as well as the last bit of empties I've accumulated. So the first things first is my Biolage Scalp Sync shampoo. It's anti-dandruff shampoo. I bought this last year. I feel like I've mentioned this, especially in my previous empties video, that I really had a problem with an itchy scalp. I ended up fixing the problem. I found where the product was doing me dirty, and so I started buying a lot of like scalp treatments and scalp shampoos to help with that. So it's taken me about a year to use up everything else, just because if you use too many like scalp treatments, it's really bad. I'll put it on this way so it's not the end. It's just really bad for your scalp and you don't want to overdo it. So it has taken me a year. There's like a teensy tiny little bit left, but not enough to do like a whole shampooing. So I'm just gonna call it done. And again, I'm probably not gonna shampoo my hair until after I leave, just because I washed it yesterday and Sunday it'll be a day of travel and it'll feel icky, so it'll be nice to wash it. So I really liked it. I probably would go back to Head & Shoulders over this, just because this tends to be a little bit more pricey and you get more bang with your buck with Head & Shoulders, but at least Biolage is a good brand. I don't really suffer with dandruff anymore, but my scalp does tend to get itchy after a while. Here's one of my honorable mentions. This is La Tourageux. I don't even know how to actually pronounce this. La Tourageux. Cactus Daily Facial Cream, normal to dry skin. I bought this based on Hannah Louise Poston's recommendation. She bought this off of Amazon and she really liked it. I think this is a good like summertime cream, like one and done. I don't think it's super duper moisturizing to like use it year round. Like, I know this is not gonna suffice in the winter. Even now it's not quite the most moisturizing that I need it to be, but it does enough. It suffices. If I need to put a little bit of oil on top, I could do that, and this lotion is good at handling it. This is one I'm gonna finish in Arizona. There's not that much left. I'm struggling right now as I am trying to use this daily, but I really do enjoy it. I might consider getting it next summer. I also like the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion Plus. That is a very long name. I have that to use over this, and that's not quite like my winter one either, but hopefully I'll get through that and then buy a winter one when the time comes. I really do like it. It's just not enough to like hold me half of the year, I suppose, just because here in California summer is extended, so as soon as it gets dry, that's not gonna do. And again, I'm not gonna repurchase right now because I do have other things and that I prefer and that I do have, but it is a good one, especially if you have like oily skin or normal skin. I feel like you really would enjoy that. It does have some fragrance in it, but I don't find it to be very irritating on my skin. This is a sample packet of the Bumble & Bumble BB Curl Gel Oil. I did not like this. You know, it's exactly what it says. You combine an oil and a gel together to make a hair product, especially for your curls. I try to use this many different ways. I try to use this with my hair damp, and I felt like it prevented curls and waves from forming. for me. I felt like it really weighed it down. Does it even say what this is for? It just says for glossy elongated curls. I mean, I just felt like my hair didn't even curl with it. And then I tried to like take the frizz away with this because it's supposed to be a gel, and I like using gels for when my hair tends to be a little bit frizzy after, like, if I didn't put product in it when I air dried it and I was laying on it, or just if it got wet from the shower when I wasn't washing my hair and it got frizzy. I tend to use gels. I felt like this just didn't do anything. I did it on my dry hair, like I said, and it just stayed wet and sticky, and I didn't like it. Finally, the best way I found to use this is I put it on my wet detangled hair and then I braided it, and it did help the waves to stay a little bit better, but again, not in its own. And it's Bumble and Bumble, therefore it's pricey. And it was too much of a hassle for what I needed to be. I'd rather just buy a gel and then an oil and get what I want out of it than like this weird concoction of a product that I was not impressed by. I used up a Lush bath bomb. This was the rose one. I think it's called like the Sex Bomb. It's the one that has the rose in the middle. I split this up in two because bath bombs are expensive. I actually took this from my boyfriend's sister. She wasn't using it, and yeah, I used it, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not like we have a good relationship, we do. And it makes your bath pink, and I really enjoyed it. However, like, you know, Lush is pretty expensive, and it's one of those like treat yourselves, but your girl is unemployed now. My last day was 2 days ago from when I'm filming this. Your girl is unemployed now for like probably the next 2 years. And there's no like treat yourselves for Lush bombs. My English is just like, whoa. Today it's just not my day. This is the Gold Bond Rough and Bumpy Skin. This is like an empties you tend to see quite often. I do have keratosis pilaris on the backs of my arms, or KP for short, which is like the red bumps that you can sometimes get on your face, common like on your thighs and on your arms. I tend to keep it at bay with this. This is like my favorite product. The only thing about this one is that if it's open for too long, or if it tended to be like an older product, it does tend to like all ball up and fall if it's older. So if you do open this, I do recommend like just start using it right away and don't skip a day, unless you're shaving. If you shaved your legs and you're putting it on your legs, that's gonna sting, so I recommend not to. But I do think that this has kept my KP more at bay than the CeraVe SA lotion, which used to be like the thing that I used, but that one's like double the price for a tiny bit less product, so I just go with the Gold Bond. Another honorable mention, when I say honorable mention in regards to like it not being done yet, this is the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. It only has like the tiniest bit left. Again, something I'm gonna finish in Arizona. I only opened this back in May of this year, and it's acting like it's an old product because I had gone through another bottle of this. This is why I repurchased it, and when it got a little bit old, whenever I would put it on my face, it would ball up and look like you just flaked up a bunch of like dead, nasty skin. And it always started to do this ever since I opened it, so it makes me believe that either the formula changed or this was like sitting on the shelf longer and that's why it's doing it. So I'm not impressed by it the second time around, and it's probably something I'm not going to be repurchasing. Anyways, went through some vitamin C. This really helps me when I feel like I'm about to get sick, which my voice kind of sounds raspy right now, but nah. So when I feel like everyone's sick around me, or I'm about to get sick, I actually take like 2 to 3 of these, which you're technically not supposed to, but that's only when I feel sick, so when I'm about to get sick. So I'll take like 2 to 3 of these, and then as long as I sleep and I just consistently take these, like 9 times out of 10 I won't get sick. Usually, like if you are already sick, vitamin C is not going to help you. Sure, I feel like it psychologically helps you, but like once you get it, you get it. But that's just like me in regards to like, yeah, like if you take it like while you're sick, like it's not gonna help you that much. Like you just have to let the sickness like run its course, but it is great for prevention. And like I said, I'm unemployed, so I don't want to be spending money on like vitamins. If I can get my mama to get me some, I will ask her. But I just can't repurchase them right now, really. Like I went through a sheet mask, another one. This is the DNA Aquaring by MediHeal. This is my favorite Korean sheet mask. I feel like I always have one or two of these in every empties, so let me just run through it real quick for all of those newcomers. I am not going to be using a sheet mask anymore. I'm just going through the pile that I have. Because it is a one-time use thing, very, very wasteful for our environment. You use it once for like 15 to 30 minutes and then it sits on a landfill for years and years to come, and that's just not worth it. I'd rather just use a traditional mask and not create plastic waste, and I think you should too. So, yeah. Okie dokie. This was the Noonie, another K-Beauty product, the Deep Cleanse Snowflake Stick Cleanser Travel Balm Makeup Remover. I have used Noonie before. I actually used this product in the potted form, but this was really cool because it was just a stick, so you were just kind of just melt your makeup just by applying it like this, and I thought it was really cool. Finally used it up. I used to take this for traveling. I think I got this at a TJ Maxx for a discount, and I mean, be wary with what you get from TJ Maxx in regards to like skincare, because they tend to be really, really old. There's certain things that I can overlook, like makeup remover. Like, I feel like it doesn't go very bad, but like moisturizers and eye creams and acne treatments, like I would stick clear from those. Same with like masks, like lotions, hand soaps, body soaps, even some cleansers. I'm like, okay, just look at the date, see like when. I know it has like the little like open date, but if you look at like when the product was like stamped and like by the company, like you'll see like 2015, 2016, and you're like, ooh, I don't want to use that on my face. Like, I'd rather like just spend a couple of extra dollars and get a new product that probably won't give me a rash. But that's just me. This is the Mirrored Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture for Eyes eye cream. This is a $70 eye cream. Tell me, why the hell did I buy a $70 eye cream? I don't know, but I went through it. I scooped out the last little bit and put it like in a travel size container, and honestly, this is not worth the $70. I think I used a 20% off coupon, so it made it a little bit cheaper, and I was like, oh, it's Murad, you know, hear great things about Murad. And I was looking for an eye cream because I used to use the Belief eye cream, and that one was like $50, I want to say, almost 50, and I just thought it was like, meh, it's just like a standard eye cream. And I'm starting to think that it's true what they tend to say, that like eye creams don't really like do much in regards to like preservation of your youth. I mean, hydration does, but do you really need to spend $70 on an eye cream? I don't know, probably not. It also is because I'm like young, so I don't have that many things to correct. And I've been putting on eye cream since I was 13, so obviously if you hydrate, that'll definitely help. But do $70 eye cream? No. I actually bought a Mario Badescu one for $18, and my bank is happy. I haven't started using it. I'm technically going to start using it tonight because I did finish this morning. Again, not completely finished, but technically finished in like my everyday rotation type of thing. But hell no, am I not going to spend $70 on that eye cream. I felt if my skin was very sensitive, that would kind of cause it to sting, and then also just makeup wouldn't sit nicely on it. Like, I'm like, you're supposed to be hydrating, not making it look like it's dry like the Sahara Desert, even though it didn't feel like that. That's how makeup went on top of it. So avoid that one at all costs, please. Finished the Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. You guys, I am one of those people that is not pro Drunk Elephant. I just think, I haven't tried everything, okay? I haven't tried anything, but I haven't been impressed by the polypeptide cream or the Lala Retro Whip. I felt like the Lala Retro Whip actually dried my skin out even more, and this one I just didn't feel like it was very hydrating. I have high expectations when it comes to hydration, and I feel like Drunk Elephant products tend to cater more to like oily to normal skin. I have dry skin, and again, there's people with dry skin that love this, but I just feel like the Drunk Elephant line for me personally, and like how it worked for me, is that it didn't really work. The only thing that I'm absolutely 100% obsessed with is the TLC Baby Sicari facial. I actually bought that in a full size I also enjoy the marula oil, which I have a sample of, but will I ever like buy the full price? Full bottle? No, that's way too expensive. I ain't got the money for that, but I already shelled out for the TLC Baby Sakari, and I only use it like once every 3 weeks, so it'll last me a while. I went through ibuprofen. Use painkillers responsibly, guys. Headaches, cramps, soreness. That's what I use that for. And I think I am like literally legitimately out of ibuprofen, but I'll just buy more later. As long as I don't have like pains for the next 2 days, I should be okay. This was the Confidence in a Cream moisturizer. I really like this. It was a little bit heavier, which I tend to enjoy, especially like for nighttime stuff. I need hydration, like heavy stuff, give it to me. I will slather that. Yes, my skin needs that. So I really like this. Would I go out and purchase the full size? Probably not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it also costs like around $50, like closer to the $50 mark. So I don't know if I'm down to buy that, especially because I'm very wary about like makeup companies that like get into skincare. Like, yes, I liked it, but if I'm gonna spend like $50 on a cream, I wanted to do a little bit more than moisturizing, which I just felt like this was perfect for. But then if your skin is dry, you just want moisture, so. But I have like my own separate products that I like to use in the winter, and I tend to lean towards Caudalie, which that's worth the money to me, honestly, because they are a skincare brand and they know their shit. They do. I went through an eyebrow razor. I bought a pack of these. Got doled out very quick. I went through the last Vani Cream tube that I have. This was good for eczema patches and like my ears. I started developing eczema patches on my wrists and little rashes sometimes on my neck. I just have very sensitive skin, so it tends to be like a normal thing. It just happens. It depends on like if I'm stressed or not, like for finances in school, which I have been, which I've been talking about. But you know what? It's gonna be over soon. Probably over as you're watching this video, but currently in my present time, nope, still stressed about it. Yeah, and then I get really dry like on my ears, like it starts to crack, so this was good, but I don't necessarily need to buy like more Vani Cream for that. I can use anything. This was a travel size, or like a sample size of the La Roche-Posay Anthelio 60, SPF 60, Ultralight Screen Fluid Sunscreen. I like this for most of its life. Towards the end, I mean, it doesn't expire till April of 20, but I don't know if it was this. It was definitely this product that triggered it, but I started getting hives on my face and I was wearing this. The only thing really different in my skincare routine, again, my skin has been very sensitive, just because of the stress that I've been under, so I wouldn't purchase it. I'll just stick to Neutrogena. I have a Jack Black Lip Balm, SPF 20, Sweet Mint. Love this. Have another backup of it, currently using it. Guys, don't forget to put SPF on your lips. Jack Black's amazing. Love that. Love it. I went through a beauty blender. Whee! I bought another beauty blender. Those last me forever. Like, I'd rather buy a beauty blender than like a Real Technique sponge. Okay, I've only ever had experience with a beauty blender and a Real Technique sponge. So if you have another sponge, a drugstore sponge that you like, that you think is comparable to the beauty blender and better than the Real Technique sponge, let me know in the comments down below, just because it's going to start to hurt to spend $20 on a beauty blender, even though it lasts me like 6 months to like 8 months, depending on how much I wash it and how much I take care of it, which I guess in that sense it is more worth it, because I feel like the Real Technique sponge, like I would go through those like crazy. So yeah, I guess a beauty blender is worth it. And last but not least, I have a mascara. This is the Lancome Monsieur Big, and so I put a little date on this. I opened this on 4/10, so this was April 10th. This was the first things in this empties bin, by the way. And this mascara does not last you 3 months, because I had a speculation that I was going through this like way too fast, because I was like, how do I have one in every empties video? and this barely reaches the 2.5 month mark. And then by 2 months it's kind of done. I kind of pushed it that extra like 2 weeks, but it wasn't as great. And I am currently using drugstore mascaras just because $25 for a mascara is killing me right now. Again, we are unemployed. We had to be smarter about our choices, and the mascara that I'm using right now, it's actually a combination, and I think that like comes out to $12, so I'm still saving $13. Sure, if I liked one of like the $5, $6 ones, which is 2 of those like low cheap ones, obviously I'd be saving a lot more. But to get comparable lashes, which is the combo that I'm wearing now, to the Monsieur Big, this is the best combo that I found, and it's cheaper on my wallet, and yeah, a lot easier to take off than the Monsieur Big. I didn't realize mascara should come off like very easily, like, which not all mascaras do, but this one takes a while to take off. And I just thought like, oh, all mascaras are like this because I've been using this straight. Like, I haven't used a different mascara in forever, and switched out of this, and I'm like, mascara comes off like a dream. I'm not losing that many lashes. I mean, I still love it, but it's just not gonna be happening, okay guys? I'm breaking up with the Monsieur Big because my wallet, she is my boo. I need to take care of her without using her. And yeah, that is all of my empties. These are the empties before my move. Always let me know something that you finished that you are missing currently down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. This is already a 23-minute video. What the heck? I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.